of second green revolution. Second green revolution is only possible if there is an integrated approach. You get my point? If there is a scientific involvement at all the levels, and then it is not only self-sufficient food production. Once we are self-sufficient, we should be self-sufficient on sustainable basis. If we achieve a target of 1,000 quintal, we should be able to maintain that. Not that this year we are getting a good crop and we can call it a green revolution. Green revolution should sustain for a longer time. That is why India is a prosperous country at this stage. And I am sure the way we are proceeding, because we don't depend much on the outside funding. Maybe we spend only 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 rupees. We donate it ourselves and try to fulfill the cause for which this organization is doing.
So, is there any program of your organization related to the harmful emission that have been detected by the industries here in Srinagar against them or towards that?
Once we talk about the climate change, then all these things ought to be discussed. Climate change is what? It is due to what? It is not simply because of the warming. Yes, there are some greenhouse gases and other things.
So what are your views for the wrong drainage system, which is not so much efficient, is going to dull? And there is an association, Lake Water Development and Welfare Association, the LWDA. So that is working on cleaning it from algae and that waste which is being disposed to it. So what are your views on that? That should the Srinagar city government should change the drainage system, or should go for another solution or alternative, more sustainable solution?
You have raised a very pertinent question. In one line, I can tell you that Dal is dying.
Yes, that's true.
It's not only dying.
Yes, sir.
If I go a step further, Dal is already dead. It was spread over a vast expanse of the area.
Yes.
There are different climates. Some say it was 33 square kilometers, some say this thing and that thing. Now the latest notion is that it is 99 square kilometers only. As on today. I remember when I was very young boy, school-going child when I was, we used to live at Dal Gate. Dal Gate is just on the bank of the Dal Lake. Every evening, we used to go for a stroll, for a walk. The water used to be crystal clear, white in color. We used to see the base of the Dal. And even the tourists would throw the coins in the Dal. And small kids, well-versed with swimming, I think they would go right up to the bottom of the Dal Lake, pick up that coin and show it to that person who used to throw it, and then he would just tell them, okay, it is your money. Now the situation is quite alarming. Once we are talking about this algae and other things, this is basically azolla. This has eaten up the Dal. And Dal is not only water, it's a natural resource. You are having Nilambium, which is called ladru. You are having chestnuts. You are having fish. And it's a source of water, above all.
Yeah.
All the catchment areas flow into the Dal. And then there are natural springs. Those springs have been choked. Once the springs are choked, you are losing the natural precipitation, number one. Additionally, floating gardens have come up in the Dal Lake, Dal area. What is floating garden? Floating garden is they are cutting those grass which is called pits in local
language.
Parlance.
Lotus also is lotus.
That is called typha. Typha angustifolia is the botanical name of that species.
Yes.
They are cutting that. They are putting layer after layer, layer after layer. Then they are getting that silt and desilting it, keeping it over and above till it becomes a moss of soil. Then they start cultivating vegetables and whatever it is. And maximum area came under that floating garden. If you remember, you are quite young. The most of the vegetables for the valleyites used to come from the Dal. Least knowing that we are encroaching upon the water bodies at the cost of the vegetables which could have come from the agriculture fields and agriculture areas. Number one, there has been deforestation.
Yeah.
in the catchment areas. Those catchment areas are denuded, deteriorated and depleted as on date. All the sediment load which comes from the top goes back into this water body, so-called Dal. Similarly, the number of houseboats has increased tremendously. All sewage and sewerage goes into the Dal. There was no scientific method or mechanism to keep it away from it. Then, on the top of everything, if you see, lots of houses have come not on the periphery of the Dal Lake, inside the Dal.
Inside the Dal Lake.
And number is increasing. You cannot, I don't think a proper survey has been done till date in that.
Yes, sir.
What has been done, only if you just have a look, you will find houses and houses. And at the same time, wherever you find a houseboat, apart from this floating land, floating garden, they have made small patches on which they have constructed hotels. They have planted lots of trees around their houseboats and other things. So Dal is visibly lost.
So the actual relevance of my question was that we are just putting out drainage and sewage to Dal.
Where will you take that water? Even if you are going to make a very good drainage system, Nalamar is a glaring example.